welcome to another episode of Conversations. I'm your host, Kenneth Harrington. Today I have a very special guest with me, and if you've been to a WIU basketball game in the past couple seasons, this face may be familiar to you as well. I'd like to introduce you all to Jessie Lance. How you doing today, Jessie?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's hop right into these questions. This is your last year of grad school. Can you just go ahead and tell me what your major is and what drew you to go to grad school?
Yeah, definitely. I was studying, in undergrad I studied RPTA and communication, but right now I am in the master's program for sport management. And I kind of got there because I thought RPTA and communication were both very broad, and so I wanted to narrow my focus in sport management. And I was very fortunate to get the graduate assistantship that I'm in, so that made me definitely want to pursue my education and definitely gain more experience during my GA.
All right, and I see that falls into what you do with athletics. So you go ahead and tell me what that title is and what it is you actually do for athletics.
Yeah, in the athletics department, I am the graduate assistant for marketing and promotions. I work directly under the director of marketing and special events, and she also takes care of corporate sales. But we do a lot of marketing and promotions in the community and on campus. So we really try to get people to come to games. We also plan a lot of special events that happen throughout the year that incorporate students as well as the community too.
All right, now everybody has their ups and their downs when it comes to their job. What would you say your favorite part of your job and why?
Yeah, my favorite part of my job is whether it's during a special event or during game day, I really enjoy making special, memorable moments for our fans. It means a lot to me to work with kids and work with adults too that can really have a memorable time at our games or at our events and take that with them for the rest of their lives.
All right, now for the downside, what would you say is the toughest part about your job?
Yeah, it's tough on the WIU campus, I think, to get the students to buy into our athletic programs. Whether or not they're winning, we want to create a culture where people have school spirit and school pride, and I think that's been a challenge here at WIU so far.
All right, my next question, like I said, I know that you guys do a lot of different games in that small amount of time, whether it be just shooting a free throw, three-pointer, doing a chicken toss for Buffalo Wild Wings. You got two students going head-to-head on each basket, shooting a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer. Is that something you come up with your own, or is that just something athletics already has in place?
Yeah, actually, we have a staff of marketing assistants, so that's undergraduate and graduate students that work with me. And so I have a little bit of input on the games, but we all work as a group to come up with those games and activities to make them fast-paced and entertaining, but also to squeeze those into the allotted time we have in the media timeout.
All right, and what would you say your favorite game is during timeouts or halftimes that you guys like to do?
Yeah, I definitely think my favorite game is the chicken toss. I think it never gets old, kind of, because you never know what's going to happen. And the kids just love it. The chickens, if you squeeze them, they quack, and it just makes for a really fun time for the fans.
Yeah, I've noticed, I've seen some stuff where, I guess you had some of the military guys, they were throwing it backwards one night. So
yeah.
It does get interesting. You have kids, you have adults. They all love it, especially when you get pretty much free food for Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah, everybody loves it.
And like I said, there's another thing. You have time during breaks, you get to introduce people, local people in the area, sometimes like the mayor of Macomb, the owner of Buffalo Wild Wings, people around that bracket. You want to let me know who's one of the people that you got to meet that you enjoyed the most?
Yes, I really enjoy recognizing those leadership folks in the area, but actually the people that I like to recognize during the games are the folks that have never been to a game before. So usually it's the youth that it's their first WIU basketball game ever. I love to bring them out and get them active and participating in my activities to really make that game special for them.
All right, and I noticed you pretty much hand in hand with one of my favorite people on campus, DeMarco Butler. Can you tell me what it's like to work with him?
Yes, DeMarco is another graduate assistant like myself. I've had the fortune of working with a handful of GAs throughout my couple of years here at Western, and really we create a special bond between the couple of GAs that work in the office, and he's been great to work with. We have a lot of fun, we get a lot of work done, we have long hours, long weekends, long days together, so he's great.
Yeah, that's good, especially when you have long days and long hours. You want to be with somebody that you're comfortable with, and like when I see you two together, it kind of like you guys kind of got like a best friend feel to it. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's very awesome.
Yeah.
My next question, like I said, you're almost out of the door. You're graduating soon. What are the plans for the future?
Yeah, I'd actually like to get involved in community relations. So a lot of the professional sport organizations have a department dedicated to their community outreach and giving back to their local area or their the city that they are in. And so I really want to dive into that and possibly transition into a professional sport team and work with community outreach.
All right, as of right now, do you have anything lined up, or are you still just filling out applications, or?
Yeah, well, I kind of just started my job hunt, so I've done a couple of applications, nothing set in stone just yet, but definitely keeping my eyes open, keep my options open.
All right, and this is one question that's off the charts, but I've noticed you skydived before. That's something I found very interesting. You want to go ahead and talk to me about that?
Yeah, definitely. When I was in Florida visiting my best friend just a couple months ago, we decided on a whim kind of to skydive, and I highly recommend it. I like to think myself pretty spontaneous, and it was the best experience. It was awesome.
And that's something I'm guessing you would do again if you got the chance.
Definitely would do it again.
All right, Jesse, that's all the time we have. I want to thank you for coming in to talk with us today.
Yeah.
Guys, that's Jesse Lance. You enjoy the rest of your day.